Hello everyone, I'm Bodine Victoria. Welcome to my kitchen and this is my pot. Bodine pot is sponsored by Showman E-Bistro and this is a impromptu recipe for slow cooker braised lamb shanks. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to clean and then marinate our lamb shanks. We rinse them off in some vinegar and now we are going to season them. We're seasoning them with a simple Bahamian salt and pepper rub, and that's because that's just the way that my family likes them, but you can use whichever ones you want, and so you're going to massage that in. I also have some slits cut into the lamb shank so that I can add some pepper and salt mixture to that as well, and we're going to put some garlic and some rosemary and thyme into those slits, because marination. And now we're going to let them marinate for at least 3 hours if we have the time. Now, to coat our lamb shanks, we're going to add salt and onion powder to 1 cup of flour, and then we are going to cover our lamb shanks in the flour just a little bit and knock off the excess. You don't want that. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to our pan, cast iron or so, whichever one, and we're going to kind of sear those lamb shanks, okay? And we're going to cook them until they're golden brown. Now, don't be like me and take your eye off your pot while you're doing a couple things, and because your stove is unevenly heated, you kind of almost singe it a little bit, although it can add some flavor. Just watch your lamb shanks a little bit, okay? And you're gonna do that for all 4 of your lamb shanks. If you see that there's any darkness in the oil, take a paper towel and rub it off, and your lamb shanks should look like this. Now it's time to make the gravy. So we're going to add 2 stalks of coarsely chopped celery and 1 nicely sized purple onion to that olive oil. And we are going to take that and let it break down, caramelize. We're going to add 2 cups of ripe tomato and season it with a tablespoon of fresh thyme. I just threw everything in there. And a tablespoon of rosemary as well. And now we're going to let this simmer for a bit, okay? We're going to take 2 teaspoons of salt to taste. It's easier to add salt than to take it away. And now we have our good old Lamont Cabernet 2017. Oh, I added some sweet bell peppers. So 1 cup of sweet bell pepper and 1 cup of red wine. And I got this from Springbok Company, who is partnering with the Showman E-Bistro team. Y'all see them big garlic in there? Okay. You also have 2 cups of broth. You can use whichever broth you want, but you want to bring this to a simmer. Don't burn it. And now it's time to cover our seared lamb shanks in some gravy and cook them in the crock pot. We're going to tweak the seasonings just a little bit. You can use whichever seasonings you like with lamb. I'm going to add some crushed peppercorns from Showman E-Bistro and some bay leaves plus some carrots just to round out the sweetness of the flavors. And now we're going to cook this in the crock pot. I cooked mine for 2.5 to 3 hours on high, but the length of time that you cook yours would depend on the voltage or the wattage. I'm not sure which one it is for your crock pot. Also, if you don't have a crock pot, you can do this in the oven or on the stove top. So if it's on the stove top, you're going to put it into a Dutch oven and you're going to cook it on low so that it's simmering while it cooks for the same amount of time. Or you can cook this in the oven and put it on 250 degrees while it is covered and have it cook for 2.5 hours and then allow it to broil. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the gravy, I'm going to strain the oil off, and then I'm going to put it in the blender and smooth it out. But this is a tender and just delicious lamb shank. And I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you try it. How did yours come out? Remember, don't let any and everybody dig up in your pot. And speaking of Bodine Pot, we have a new website that's going to be launched on January 1st. Nothing too fancy, but you can get the recipes there. Follow us at Bodine Pot Show on Instagram and Facebook, or follow me, Bodine Victoria, across all your favorite social media platforms. Have a great holiday, guys.